Hello from Seoul. Needless to say, the combination of chicken and rice is amazing. But if you're sick and tired of eating the same chicken and rice over and over, you really need this one. This is a very traditional Korean dish, but in my opinion, one of the greatest chicken dishes of all time. Today, we're gonna make Korean chicken rice with this Doenjang, Korean soybean paste. But you know what? Even though it's a super delicious and traditional dish, for some reason, there are actually quite a lot of Korean people who don't even know this dish. Yes, this is the perfect time to show off your knowledge of Korean cuisine to your Korean friends. You're welcome. For this, you will need chicken. That's it. Seriously, I'm not kidding. That's all you need. But if you serve it with some rice and some kimchi, trust me, you're gonna have one of the most delicious and satisfying meals that you ever had. What? No kimchi in your fridge? Don't worry about it. We can make something similar with our love green onion. Maybe that could be a better option for this dish. Alright, let's prep the chicken first. Here, I've got 600 grams of boneless skin on chicken thighs. You could also use chicken breast in this recipe, but you get a lot more flavor from the chicken thigh, so I strongly recommend using a chicken thigh with skin on. Before we marinate the chicken, of course we could cut it into bite-sized pieces, but since I want to keep its beautiful moisture and juiciness, I'm just gonna trim off any excess fat. Now let's make the marinade. In a small container, add 3 tablespoons of Korean soybean paste, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of mirin, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of honey or corn syrup, 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, a few shakes of black pepper, and give it a good stir. That's it! So simple, right? Once it's well mixed, pour it over the chicken and give it a good massage. Now we're just gonna cover and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. But if you don't mind spending a little bit more time, then let it sit in the fridge overnight. It will pay you back with amazing flavor. What? You wanna know this kind of tip more and more? I'm so glad you brought that up, because everything you need is in this one book. Trust me, with this one book, you can cook more than 100 Korean dishes like a pro, so don't forget to check it out. The link is in the description. This time, let's make pamuchim, Korean green onion salad. Take a big handful of green onions and cut them into strips, about 2 inches long. And if the white parts of the green onions are too thick, you can cut them in half or quarter, like this. What? You think it's hard to get green onions? That's okay. You can substitute with garlic chives or cucumber, and they'll be fantastic too. So just use what you have. That's the best. And if you want to make it fancier like the one you get at a restaurant, then julienne some mild red chili. The combination of red and green will look more beautiful and more appetizing. But if you don't like anything spicy, black pepper could be a good option too. Now let's make the dressing. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, half a tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, and give it a good mix. For information, we have all the instructions and a list of ingredients on our blog, aaronandclaire.com, so please visit here if you need a written recipe. Once that's done, pour it over the green onions and gently toast them together like handling a baby. That's it! When you run out of kimchi, try this instead. It'll be super satisfying. Alright, we're set. Let's get cooking. To a large pan, add half a tablespoon of oil and use paper towels to coat the bottom of the pan and heat it over medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, place the chicken skin side down and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once the chicken is nicely browned on the bottom, flip and cook the other side. Because of the marinade, it can burn quite easily, so make sure you keep an eye on this and move the pieces around if it's needed. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with some charcoal or something. And for information, it tastes even better if it's grilled over charcoal, just like the traditional way. So if you have an awesome outdoor grill, please give that a try. It'll be so tasty, that's gonna stay in your mind forever. When the chicken is cooked through, take them out and slice them up like bite-sized pieces. How does it look? It just looks so juicy and packed full of flavor, right? I just want to skip Claire's taste test and eat it all myself, but that's kind of a highway to hell. So let's go ahead and plate this up. First, let's put some rice on a serving plate. Of course, we could just dump the rice onto the plate, but if we use a bowl, it looks a lot prettier, right? Remember, what looks good, tastes good. And then add a generous amount of chicken and our beautiful green onion salad. What? You feel like something is missing? Then sprinkle with some toasted sesame seeds. But if you still feel like it needs to be decorated, garnish it with some black sesame seeds and cucumber. Alright, it's really done. Let's go to our taste tester.
Claire?
와, 아주 잔뜩 푸짐하니 맛있어 보이는구만. 잘 먹겠습니다. 언뜻 봤었을 땐 데리야끼 치킨으로 보이는데 이 파무침이 아니야 라고 나한테 말해주는 것 같아. Alright, it looks super delicious. Let's give it a try. 와, 한눈에 봤었을 때 치킨의 육즙 한가득이다. 얘네들이 수분을 한가득 머금고 있어. 빨리 먹어봐야지. I want this one because it has nice char on it. Woohoo! Cheers! 오, 냄새 기가 막히네. 일단 닭이 엄청 촉촉하고 겉에 있는 껍질은 자기도 알다시피 내가 닭껍질을 별로 안 좋아하지만 그럼에도 불구하고 약간 바삭하면서도 쫀득거리는 게 그 맛이 예술이야. 그리고 말해보해 된장으로 이걸 메리네이드 했잖아. 그래서 그런지 진짜 좀 짭조름하면서 그 입맛에 쫙쫙 끌어주는 그 맛이 제대로 치킨에 잘 배었어. 너무 맛있어. 하나만 더 먹고 얘기해보자. More bites. 껍질에서 나오는 그 지방이 닭을 막 코팅을 해줘서 그게 막 감칠맛을 샥샥 끌어주는 것 같아. 이거 닭가슴살로 하면 이 맛 그대로 재현하긴 힘들 것 같아. 무조건 껍질 있는 닭다리살로 하는 게 맛을 제대로 끌어올릴 수 있는 방법인 것 같아. 와, 너무 맛있어. This time, let's try with our love green onions. 평상시 땐 이렇게까진 안 하지만 오늘은 알록달록 빨간 고추까지 예쁘게 만들었네. 맛있어. 새콤하니 너무 맛있는 데다가 파의 그 향긋한 향이 닭고기의 맛을 제대로 끌어준다. So good. Get a little bit of rice and some chicken and then green onion. Looks so lovely, right? Cheers! 따뜻한 밥이랑 먹으니까 더 완벽해졌어. 너무 맛있다. You can't go wrong with this. So good. Really. 맛있네.
If I have to choose only one dish for Korean dinner, I'll definitely pick this one. And I'm pretty sure you will do the same. Today, we're gonna be making bulgogi, one of the most iconic Korean foods of all time. We've done so many good recipes using bulgogi, but I don't think I made a video where this dude is the main star of the show. Well, he deserved better than that. I feel kind of sorry for him. Anyways, as always, let's make it simple and delicious. For this, you will need some beef, onion, green onion, and carrot. That's it. With these simple ingredients, we can totally make delicious bulgogi, but for a prettier presentation, let's get some greens and soft boiled eggs. Trust me, these two will make it more colorful and nutritious. Alright, let's prep the beef first. Get yourself 600 grams of thinly sliced beef and cut that into nice bite-sized pieces. What? You can't get this kind of thinly sliced beef? Don't worry about it. Get yourself some steak and put that in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And then when it's firm enough to handle, just thinly slice it. That's it. Nothing complicated, right? Once you're done slicing, put it in a mixing bowl. Now let's make the marinade. In a small container, add 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, 2.5 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil, a few shakes of black pepper, and give it a good stir until the sugar is dissolved. Once that's done, pour it over the beef and give it a good massage until they say, "Oh, yeah." And then give them some privacy in the fridge for about 15 minutes or overnight. Meanwhile, let's prep our vegetables. First, take 5 green onions and cut them into long strips. If the white parts of the green onions are too thick, you can cut them in half like this. What? You wanna upgrade your bulgogi? Then thinly slice some white parts of the green onions and add it to the marinade, or make green onion oil before you cook the beef. But I'm just gonna keep it simple to reduce prep time because of our impatient hangry bird at home. But if you do, trust me, it'll be the best decision that you ever made. Next, thinly slice 1 onion. Again, you could also add this bad boy to the marinade, and that's a more traditional way to cook bulgogi. But instead of adding it to the marinade, I'm gonna keep them separately and cook them later, because that will be more beautiful at the end. This time, let's julienne some carrots. Actually, this bad boy is mainly for color, but without it, it's just too dark and not pretty. So even if you're not a big fan of carrots, please add some. This will make a huge difference in your bulgogi. Finally, it's cooking time. Get yourself a wok or pan. Add 1 tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium heat. Once the oil is heated, add half of the green onions, half of the onion, half of the carrot, and saute this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Of course, we could put everything and cook it all at once. But since I don't want to crowd the pan and steam it instead of fry, I'm gonna cook in 2 batches. Once they start to soften, increase the heat to medium-high. And then add half of the beef who's having a great time in the fridge. Now all you need to do is just cook these for about 4 to 5 minutes. So simple, right? There's no reason not to try this at home. Once the beef is cooked through, place it on a serving plate and sprinkle with some toasted sesame seeds. Now we can simply serve this with some rice, lettuce, kimchi, and samjang. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a beautiful rice bowl with this bad boy. This way, there'll be fewer dishes to wash. Yes, I'm threatened by my personal dishwasher. Alright, go grab some Dakgui, Korean clay pot. It's good at retaining heat, so it will keep your food warm until you finish it. What? No Dakgui in your house? Don't worry about it. Then bring a cast iron pan. No problem at all. And then to prevent any sticking, lightly coat it with some toasted sesame oil. And to that, add some rice and bulgogi. And then put it back on the stovetop and place it over low heat. Once you hear the sizzle, just turn the heat off and garnish with some greens, soft boiled eggs, green onion, and toasted sesame seeds. Last but not least, if you happen to have some leftover cherry tomatoes, then place it on top. Trust me, it'll be the icing on the cake. Alright, it's done. Let's call our taste tester.
Claire?
와, 불고기를 가지고 아주 완벽한 원보미를 만들었네. So beautiful and practical. We've done so many types of bulgogi, so you may not be sure what exactly bulgogi means. Well, bulgogi means grilled meat. So you can basically cook with any type of meat, like beef, chicken, or pork. But the most iconic or classic bulgogi is definitely this beef bulgogi. Let's give it a try. 와우, 진짜 너무 이쁘게 잘했다. Cheers! 흠잡기가 없네. 맛있네. I have no complaints about this. It is sweet and savory and a little bit garlicky. You can say no to this. 내가 불고기 같은 경우는 특히 집에서 만든 걸 더 선호하는 이유가 밖에서 사 먹으면 맛있긴 맛있는데 좀 과하게 단 경향이 있어. 근데 집에서 만든 불고기는 절대 그렇지 않아. 딱 그냥 기분 좋은 약간의 그 단맛에 짭조름함이 더 많이 느껴져서 훨씬 밥이랑 잘 어울리고 질리지 않게 먹을 수 있는 그런 맛이야. 그러므로 밥이랑 먹어봅시다. 촉촉한 불고기와 알록달록한 야채를 같이 올려서 여기도 이것까지 넣으면 되는데 욕심이겠지. 나의 완벽한 퍼펙트 바이트. 다시 만들었어. 고고고. 치즈. 두말할 것도 없이 단짠단짠 밥이랑 너무너무 잘 어울리고 참기름 향까지 같이 곁들여지면서 고소한 맛이 입에서 퍼지는 게 입맛을 더 끌어주네. 와, 너무 맛있다. 역시. 자기가 또 이렇게 신경 써서 굳이 안 해도 되는데 이런 애들도 좀 올려줬으니까 내가 또 같이 먹어줘 보지. 그린 하고만 오늘 아주 그린. 맛있어. 진짜 쌈 싸먹는 느낌이 딱 나고 그리고 약간의 그 쌉싸름한 맛이 불고기의 단짠단짠한 맛을 잘 끌어올려줘. 오. I love this freshness from the microgreens. So good. But if you can get this, eat it with lettuce. Don't worry about it. 여기서 이게 완성작인 것 같긴 하지만 여기서 더 맛을 끌어줄 수 있는 방법이 있지. 가져와봐. That is kimchi! I know we eat kimchi with almost any kind of food, but this bulgogi has to be eaten with kimchi. Rice, bulgogi, and kimchi. Cheers. Sweet and savory from the bulgogi, and spicy and tangy from the kimchi. Oh my god, you've got it all. It's so good. Strongly recommended. 맛설명은 다 한 것 같아요. 이제 마음껏 먹어볼게요. Hope you guys enjoy too.
Before we start, let me be honest with you. This is definitely not a super authentic recipe, but I dare say it's gonna be the best oyakodon that you ever had. Yeah, I made it better. Today, we're gonna be making a Japanese chicken and egg rice bowl called Oyakodon. But like I said earlier, this is not the typical one. As always, we're gonna make it better. When I visited Tokyo, I found this Oyakodon made with ground chicken, and that was amazing. I felt like that's the ultimate version of it. So I'm gonna put my own twist on it here and there and make it simple but delicious. For this, you will need some chicken, onion, garlic, ginger, eggs, and a bowl of hot rice. Considering its upgraded version, you only need some basic ingredients, right? But if you could get some Japanese herb called mitsuba, you'll feel like you're in Tokyo. What? There's no way to get this? Don't worry about it. Then bring our love, green onion. Maybe that could be more delicious. Alright, let's start off with the vegetables. First, finely dice half an onion. Since we're gonna be using ground chicken, if it's too chunky, there might be some kind of imbalance in texture, so it's better to cut it into small pieces. Next, smash 2 cloves of garlic and finely chop them. Once that's done, grate a small knob of ginger. About half a teaspoon will be enough. And lastly, roughly chop some mitsuba. That's it! So simple, right? Now let's mince our chicken. Today, I'm gonna be using 500 grams of boneless skin on chicken thigh. Here, some of you might say, Aaron, can I use chicken breast? I wish I could say yes, but the fat from the chicken thigh is a key ingredient in this recipe. It will add a depth of flavor into our sauce, and that's gonna bring it to the next level. This time, let's make the sauce one of the most important components of this dish. In a small container, add 1 cup of water, half a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder, 4.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of mirin, half a tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of hondashi, and give it a good mix. What? No hondashi in your house? Then you can replace it with chicken bouillon powder. Don't worry about it. Still gonna be fantastic. Alright, everything is all set. Let's get cooking. In a wok or pot, add 1 tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, throw in your onion, garlic, ginger, and saute those for about 2 to 3 minutes or until they're lightly browned. Once your kitchen is filled with the amazing aroma, add in your ground chicken. We're just gonna cook and keep stirring it for about 6 minutes. Once most of the liquid has evaporated and you've got some fat from the chicken, pour in the sauce and give it a good mix. When it comes to a boil, reduce the heat to medium-low, cover and simmer for about 10 minutes. That's it. So simple, right? It's almost like making a ragu sauce, right? If you have some time on the weekend, you can make a big batch, store it in the fridge or freezer, and then reheat it whenever you need a quick and easy meal. Awesome, right? So please give this a try. You won't regret it. Alright, our meat sauce is done. Set it aside and let's make our rice bowl. Since Oyakodon is usually cooked one portion at a time, I'm gonna beat 2 eggs, 1 portion now. Here, you don't have to mix it too much. Just give it a few stirs like you're too lazy. Trust me, this little tip will give you a beautiful gradation at the end. Now get yourself a small pan and ladle some meat sauce into your pan. The meat sauce is for 4 servings, so I'm gonna use about a quarter. And then bring it to a boil over medium heat. Again, I'm gonna cook 1 portion at a time, just to make it more pretty, like a restaurant. But if you don't have enough time, or your hungry birds at home can't wait that long, you can use a larger pan, make 2 portions at a time, and split it at the end. No problem at all. Alright, once it starts to boil, add in your beaten eggs. And then top it off with some mitsuba. Now all you need to do is just cover and let that cook for about 1 to 2 minutes, or until the eggs reach your desired doneness. But I recommend not overcooking the eggs. Trust me, those soft and runny eggs are really gonna make you feel like you're in Tokyo right now. Once the eggs are cooked, remove it from the heat and slide it over the rice. How does it look? It looks lovely, right? Alright, it's done. Let's call our taste tester.
Claire?
와, 집에서 아주 어마무시하게 맛있는 냄새 나네. 뚜껑 열어도 되지? 오 마이 갓. 와, 엄청 촉촉하니 맛있어 보인다. It looks a little bit different from what I know, but as long as it's tasty, I don't mind at all. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Cheers. 뭐야, 왜 이렇게 맛있어? 그냥 한 입 먹는 순간 계속 먹고 싶게 만들어주네. 일단 위에 있는 계란이 살짝 러니하잖아. 그래서 그런지 닭을 엄청 촉촉하니 부드럽게 싹 만들어주고, 거기다 우리가 일반적으로 알고 있는 오야코돈 같은 경우는 이게 되게 짧은 시간 안에 조리를 막 하잖아. 좀 이것보다 더 큰 덩어리로 된 닭고기를. 그래서 그런지 어떨 때는 소스랑 닭이랑 좀 따로 노는 그런 느낌이 있단 말이야. 근데 이건 간 고기를 썼잖아. 그래서 그런지 그 작은 입자 사이사이에 소스가 샥 배면서 엄청 간이 샥 잘 밴 느낌이야. 거기다가 그 닭 자체에서 오는 그 지방이 되게 이 소스 자체를 녹진하게 진하게 만들어주면서 되게 응축된 맛으로 훨씬 감칠맛이 높고 맛있어. 대박. 진짜 맛있다. 와, it makes a huge difference in taste. I just love it. 너무 맛있는데? 그리고 난 미츠바를 먹은 것 같은데 다른 거에 너무너무 깜짝 놀래가지고 그런지 미츠바가 엄청 향이 막 나고 심하게 나고 막 이러진 않았던 것 같아. 근데 오텐틱한 느낌을 좀 줄 수 있는 그런 요소인 것 같아. 오, 맛있다. 오, 도전해볼 만하다 이거 진짜. 약간의 그 조금의 테크닉이 내가 알고 있는 그 오야코동을 업그레이드 시켜주네. 그 물에 빠진 그 흐물흐물한 그런 물컹물컹한 닭의 식감을 싫어하는 사람한테는 진짜 제격인 것 같아. 심지어 약간 이렇게 딱 봤었을 때 차도 있어. Once you have a bite of this, you will know what I'm talking about. So good.
We all know the combination of chicken and rice is amazing. But the problem is, you don't have much time on a busy weeknight. But don't worry about it. All you need for this fantastic chicken rice bowl is just 15 minutes. Today, we're gonna be making soy glazed chicken, one of the most classic chicken dishes. This is one of those meals I often make at home, especially when I'm busy. Yeah, it's that quick and easy and super delicious. So once you try it, you will see yourself making it over and over again. So buckle up. For this, you will need some chicken thigh, garlic, ginger, and green onion. That's it. So simple, right? But only chicken and rice? I'm pretty sure that's not what you want. You want to have a more nicely balanced dish with some vegetables, right? So I brought my secret weapon, shishito peppers. This bad boy and soy sauce chicken, trust me, they're match made in heaven. First, smash 5 cloves of garlic and finely chop them. Garlic is like a key to this recipe, so please be super generous with this. The more, the better. Next, grate a small knob of ginger, about 2 teaspoons would be enough. Once that's done, thinly slice some green onions. But you don't need much today. Instead of our lovely green onion, garlic will do the best job for you. For information, the whites are gonna be stir-fried and the greens are gonna be our garnish, so please keep them separately. Now let's move on to the sauce. In a small container, add 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, half a cup of water, and give it a good mix. That's it. So simple, right? FYI, if you want to add a little bit kick to it, then add 1 finely chopped dried chili or pepperoncino. Trust me, they'll make a big difference in taste. This time, let's prep our chicken. Get yourself 600 grams of boneless chicken thighs and pat them dry with paper towel. And then season both sides with salt and pepper and coat them with some cornstarch. Make sure it's evenly coated and shake off the excess. Of course, you could just pan fry it without this process, but if you skip it, the chicken will not absorb enough sauce, so you may miss out on the chance to have the best soy glazed chicken. So I highly recommend doing this. Alright, everything is ready to go. Let's get cooking. Take out a large pan, add 2 tablespoons of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, place your chicken skin side down. Once you've got good color on one side, flip and cook the other side. The total cooking time will be about 8 minutes. When the chicken is cooked through, remove from the pan and set them aside. Now into this beautiful fat from your chicken, throw in your garlic, ginger, white parts of the green onions, and stir them around for about 30 seconds. This is very important because all the good flavors from our aromatics will take it to the next level. Now let's pour in our sauce and bring it to a boil on a medium-high heat. After 3 minutes, add the chicken back in and continue flipping your chicken for about a minute or 2. It seems like a lot of sauce in the pan, but we're gonna drizzle some of the sauce at the end, so don't worry about it. Alright, looks like it's done. Let's take them out and set them aside. Now for our garnish, let's take out another pan. Add a little bit of oil and place it over medium-high heat. Once it's heated, add your shishito peppers, some salt and pepper to taste, and cook for about 3 minutes or until nice and charred. That's it. So simple, right? Alright, let's get back to our chicken and slice them into nice bite-sized pieces. Look at this. Looks awesome, right? Finally, it's time to assemble. Let's put some rice into a bowl and place our beautiful chicken on top. And then drizzle with some sauce in the pan. Looks good already, right? But don't forget to add some shishito peppers, toasted sesame seeds, and green onions. What? Is it your wife's birthday? Then finish it off with this beautifully cooked soft boiled egg. How does it look? Looks absolutely gorgeous, right? Alright, let's call our taste tester.
Claire?
Wow, love the color, love the presentation. I can't wait to try. Let's give it a go. Look at this beautifully glazed chicken thigh. 그놈 참 맛있게 위에 깨까지 쫙쫙쫙 뿌려져 있네. Cheers. It's absolutely my favorite way to eat chicken thigh. So good. It is so moist and tender on the inside, but the outer skin is so crispy. So it gives it a nice texture to it. So good. 너무 맛있는데? 그리고 딱 넣자마자 소스가 어마무시하게 맛있어. 매번 이런 소스를 자기가 만들 때마다 느끼는 거지만 시중에 파는 데리야끼 소스랑은 정말 비교도 할 수 없는 것 같아. 간장 향이 확 사는 데다가 거기에 왜 마늘이랑 생강이랑 이런 향들까지 같이 어우러져서 너무 과하지 않고 너무 맛있게 그냥 맛이 스며들어 있어. 예술이야. Next time, let's try with rice. 그리고 자기가 여기 옆에다 파도 곁들여 먹으라고 해놓은 것 같아서 곁들여서 먹을게. Cheers! 말해 뭐해. 그냥 밥이랑 소스랑 찰떡궁합이다. 너무 맛있다. 소스가 너무 맛있어서 그냥 밥이랑 소스만 비벼가지고 먹어도 너무 맛있을 것 같아. 자, 이제는 이 녀석을 꼭 먹어봐야지. 아까부터 눈길이 너무 가더라고. Look at this char. 이렇게 탄 부분. This is the vibe, right? I just absolutely love this part. Cheers! I was lucky. This is not spicy at all. 약간 운이 안 좋아서 매운 거 걸리면 진짜 말도 못하게 매운데. 이번엔 같이 먹으라고 했었으니까 같이 먹어볼게. 궁합이 진짜 예술이다. 나처럼 약간의 그 스파이시 킥이 필요한 사람은 꼭 넣어줘야 돼. 너무 잘 어울려. But that doesn't mean it's super spicy, so please give it a try. You're gonna love it. But if you're still not sure about this shishito peppers, then try with green beans or broccoli. They're gonna be amazing too. 내가 요거를 되게 좋아하는 이유가 이거 잔뜩 먹고 나잖아? 그러면 하루에 충족돼야 될 비타민을 다 섭취한 느낌이야. That's why I love these shishito peppers. So good. Strongly recommended.